everybody, Steven here playing Subnautica Below Zero, and before moving forward, I just want to say if anybody's wanting to avoid spoilers, you're not going to want to watch this video just because there's two things that I'm going to showcase today that could be spoilers that might spoil the story for some people. Now, this is actually in the experimental build, and that's one of the reasons why I'm showcasing it is because they've actually put it in the experimental build. Prior to this, it hasn't been in game, and they've wanted to keep it very kind of tight-lipped and not showcase any of it. But because it is in the experimental build, I'm pretty sure that they're going to allow people to show this. And if I'm not going to show it, somebody else is. And I just wanted to talk about it, and I think it's really, really cool with what it actually is. So we're in the deep lily pad biome here. One of the first things I want to showcase is the fact that we have the flower spore here is in game, and there are a lot of them. So we're seeing that some of the other minerals and everything are in here, and they put a handful more fish down here. So with this, when we go back here now, so they've actually kind of fleshed out this precursor cache here. So now when we go in, not only is the look changed, I'm gonna turn that off. There it is. But they've actually added in a bunch of plants and things like that. So we have the flowers down here. So we keep going though. It's very hidden. But if we come up and over, we have this guy right here. So there was a leaked version of Alan that came out. And I think that was, I mean, at the initial part I was like, that kind of seems weird, kind of makes sense, but to me I'm pretty sure it was a fake because we're seeing Alan's body part right there. So let's see if this has a scan for it. Architect component right there. And that is his torso. A leather-like tissue sample of alien origin. Now they've talked about what they look like and things like that on some of the different things I've seen on the fandom website where it showcases different information that you find out throughout the game, right? Whether that's through scans, whatever it may be. So they've talked about how tall these guys are and all of that before. So now we're actually seeing that kind of come to fruition here, and it looks so cool. So that's the first one, right? And I'm just going to cover two today. And we'll go into free cam mode here. So the second one, we're going to cover this with something else too, which is they've actually added in some stuff to the, and I'll do a separate video on this again, but when we look at the purple caves here, we see these new plants, and they look really, really cool. Everything's so unique in the game, so that looks awesome. I was wondering what they were going to put down here too, and that looks very fitting. So we have that. We see some other fish down here. We got our rock punchers down here as well, and some grass. They've had some of this down here already, but these new plants look awesome. Also with the new minerals, I'm wondering if, because you're going to be down here with the Cyclops, how much they're really going to push for you to kind of build like a mini base so that you can actually do stuff down here. But once we actually go down here into the castle, we can go to the other cache here. We'll float through some walls, and once we get here, and this is a big one, of course it's not going to let me do that. You're usually walking in here, but we see this guy. That is a face. That looks crazy. Like, that's ridiculous. That looks so cool though. A biological organ contained within an advanced stasis device. But come on, that's a face, right? No, that's the first part there. There's nothing behind it, and it ends with that.
Alien sanctuary site.
Yeah, that looks really, really cool.
200 meters depth. Recorded to databank.
So that's the second big one right there. Now another one I went to go check in, it didn't have anything there right now. And I just want to stick with these two for right now. The only other thing I want to look at next, to just kind of finish out the video, is that when we go from the purple caves to the fabricator caverns, they've actually fleshed out, if I can find my way around here, they've actually fleshed out that in-between space where you're seeing it kind of meld from one biome to another. So that looks way better, where you can see it change. And I think that's one thing that Unknown Worlds is really, really good about, and I think that they nail, which is just transferring from one biome to another. You usually see that melding, and it just looks really good, where it's not necessarily an abrupt stop. So that looks awesome. And then we got our smaller crystal versions over here, right? And then we see some of the bonefish and stuff like that. So that looks awesome. Very cool. Well, that is it, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. That is going to finish out this one. Like I said, I wanted to do this one just because they put it actually in the experimental build here, and with that, to me, that signifies that they're kind of giving permission for people to showcase it. Otherwise, they'll keep it very hidden, like the fabricator base with that one. So that is it. If Unknown Worlds does reach out to me and they're like, hey, you need to take this down, I'll absolutely do that. But like I said, for right now, just because it's in the experimental build, it feels like it's kind of been given the green light to go ahead and showcase some of this stuff. So that is it, everybody. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. I'm going to have a couple other videos here pretty soon, also showcasing some of the new things that they've put in. I want to keep these videos a little bit shorter, but I'll be pumping those out here within the next week as well. It looks like he has some new stuff on his... You see the spikes on his underarms there now? That's actually new. Very cool. It might have been in here for a while, I just haven't noticed. But I'll be pumping out those videos in this coming week as well. So check back soon for more videos.